to another video upload from Aspie with Attitude, the autistic YouTube content creator channel that you're watching right now. If you're new to this channel or you're a first time viewer, to introduce myself, my name is David. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I have autism, I have some speech difficulty, a speech impairment, and I have Asperger's syndrome. That's why I call myself an Aspie. And that's how I'd like to welcome you to my autistic YouTube content creator channel. Throughout this whole entire video, I'd like to once again talk about clothing and possessions, something that I've previously talked about a lot, since that I live my life wearing tracksuits, and that's all I basically wear. I love wearing tracksuits, and wearing tracksuits is my sensory delight, and this is what really chills me out, since that I am living on the autism spectrum, and since I'm autistic. Throughout most of this video upload, this will be my YouTube channel trademark tracksuit that I'll be wearing, which happens to be my full dark grey Brooklyn 76 tracksuits, as I pretty much show ya. It's got the vertical print and the matching hoodie. I've only got this tracksuit for $20, which was the first one that I had for my YouTube channel. And this is one of my favourite clothes to wear in some of my fun videos, such as my Walk With Me Adventure videos, which I'll show you as I actually talk you through it. In this video, it's not just the usual type of tracksuits I wear that's been identified by autistic YouTube content creator channel, Aspie with Attitude. There are other types of tracksuits that I'll be wearing soon. If you stay tuned and sit through this whole entire video upload, I will have a special reason why. Something different from that you're used to seeing me wear if you're a regular viewer to my channel, since that you're watching some clips of my Walk With Me adventures. And this is where it actually stops now, since I'm back once again. Something else I like to talk about is going to the pool. What I love about going to the pool is swimming. I totally love going for a swim in the pool as much as I love wearing tracksuits. Sometimes going to any pools can be a challenge due to my autism and how being autistic does impact on my life. Now, while I'm wearing and obsessing over this full Brooklyn 76 tracksuit, I have my own autistic quirks that I'll soon show you, which is actually going to be something awesome that I was lucky to film. And to go on, my challenges when going to a pool for a swim is how my brain is wired up to feel naked when using pools in conventional swimwear, since I'll actually show you the sign. They usually put up at most pools, especially if you walk in the changing room, explain what can be worn and what can't be worn, just to get a message to people what swimwear looks like. So I thought I'll just give you a bit of time just to give you guys a look at it. And now, I have a sensory challenge with swimwear policies about what I can wear when swimming. I simply do not like wearing shorts or speedos according to social norms and going by what the swimwear policies are according to pool rules. When going to the pool, every pool has its rules. There's this video that I had made about myself going to the pool with my Brooklyn 76 tracksuit on, which I'll show you once again before I get into all the video clips about this one trip to the pool that I was even lucky to be able to film and putting this in the video content. And just to summarise this, I love wearing tracksuits and I love going to the pool for a swim, and what I love doing at the pool is aquatic exercises using those pool dumbbells that I'm about to show you. So every time I go to the pool, I always like to take these with me, and here's a closer look to it. So I'll just put these down. And this is all part of my routines when going to the pool. and I'm about to actually show you this video that I was talking about. Here we go. This is me being lucky to wear my full Brooklyn 76 tracksuit in a pool, since I love doing those aquatic exercises, since I've just showed you the dumbbells, and you can actually see the demonstration of me using the dumbbells in a pool and how I'm actually going for a swim with my tracksuit on, and this really makes me happy, and this is something I like to do more often, and I really love going for a swim with my tracksuit on. Well dudes, I've got to explain why do I actually swim my tracksuit on. Swimming my tracksuit on and doing aquatic exercises wearing my tracksuits in the pool is how I manage most of my sensory challenges being autistic. Again, my tracksuit wet works like a sensory weight blanket, since that going for a swim with my tracksuit on is my autistic sensory delight, something that really chills me out, gets my mind off autism and makes me forget that I'm actually autistic. And I just love the feeling of getting my tracksuit wet, and I love the feeling of wearing my full tracksuit in the pool. A long dip in the pool with my tracksuit on makes me feel relaxed, and most of my previous hardships I have being autistic just sort of like gets out of my mind and out of my headspace. Being allowed to swim in the pool with my tracksuit on is my #1 coping mechanism living on the autism spectrum. However it is, there are only very few swimming centres that will let me do this, since that I often send emails to some swimming centres that often say no, and they regard this as a safety hazard once swimming my tracksuit on. As you just only watched a video of me actually going for a swim with the Brooklyn 76. Mind you, this is actually quite thick, and the video of me wearing my Brooklyn tracksuit in the pool was just a one-off thing, something I do for my time for swim videos. At some swimming centres, I had autism advocates speaking with one swimming centre that has a strict swimwear policy. The managers at this swimming centre had given me the permission to wear my full tracksuit in the pool, even during the public sessions, since I like swimming around people who actually conform to the proper swimwear, which I'm about to show you again. As I'm around other people in proper swimwear, well, it just makes me feel good, and that's why I've embraced my autism in public, particularly in the pools, even though it just looks a bit odd, wacky and weird. As it happens, those are part of my autism quirks, going for a swim with my tracksuit on. The tracksuits that I wear to the pool is nothing like the trademark tracksuits that you see me wear throughout this autistic YouTube content creator channel, Aspie with Attitude, especially that Brooklyn 76 tracksuit that you've been seeing me wearing on the couch if you're watching this for the first time. The tracksuits that I wear in the pool and I go for a swim in are 100% polyester, since that I like the big brand names such as Adidas, Puma, Nike or Under Armour. Particularly, you see me wearing the triple stripe tracksuit and the Adidas Performance logo. That's the kind of stuff that I use for swimwear. While I'm actually showing off my dark blue Kappa tracksuit, which is another big brand name that I like wearing, the reason why I choose 100% polyester tracksuits as my personal choice of swimwear is the fact that anything that's 100% polyester is chlorine proof, just like any other conventional swimwears that are available on the market. Considering that, if I was wearing something like that Brooklyn 76 tracksuit that you've been seeing me wearing on the couch, that could also break down the dye when swimming in a pool full of chlorine, since that most people are allergic to dye. And also plus, the fluff in those type of tracksuits I was wearing on the couch can also clog and damage the filters at indoor pools, also cloud the water. And wearing that dark blue Kappa tracksuit doesn't damage the filters or ruins the water quality at all. So that's why I come into the pool swim that dark blue tracksuit on. And I certainly do have another Adidas tracksuit, this time, which is Adidas Originals, one with the iconic Shamrock logo, and still have its triple stripes running down my jacket and my pants. And another reason why I'm actually wearing those kind of tracksuits is, it's very lighter when going in the pool, considering that just wearing normal clothes can also get a bit heavy to weigh you down, particularly swimming in the deep end. However, though, it's actually very lighter when I'm wearing this in the pool. And one thing I do not go in the pool, particularly in indoor public pools, is do not wear my shoes, since I actually love the feel of the water when I'm barefooted. As long as if I've got my full length tracksuit pants on in any brands or any colour, since I really love the lines going down my tracksuit pants when going for a swim. And also the same with my jacket as well. I also have a dark green Nike tracksuit, since I also love wearing these multicoloured tracksuits, as long as if it's got the same style as what you've been observing there. When I'm using swimming centres and I get a special permission to be able to swim in those 100% polyester tracksuits, I still respect the swimwear policy that goes on, since that when going for a swim, I'm actually wearing a proper swim shirt underneath that jacket, and sometimes I do not wear a t-shirt underneath at all, since that cotton t-shirts are not good for the filters and for water quality at all. And the polyester tracksuits obviously don't harm it, since it's under the same category as other exotic swimwear. Just like if you notice Muslim women that wear the bikini, and sometimes I see plenty of women come into the pool wearing tight lycra leggings from waist to ankle, just like how I'm wearing these Nike tracksuit pants. Since that being able to swim my tracksuit on means a lot to me. Only if I'm actually allowed to be in the pool with them on, since that it's all special needs when I can be allowed to go for a swim with my tracksuit on. The one last tracksuit I really like to show you is something I had for more than a decade, since I was 31 years old back in 2011, which is the Adidas Originals. And also this time I'm wearing the bright red pants, something I actually love wearing. And the advantage of being able to have the privilege to swim my tracksuit jacket on is, once I finish with the swim, since it's got zippers running down the centre, it's actually much easier to take off when I'm finished with the swim, before I actually put on something dry. After each swim, I always like to take a warm shower for about 5 minutes and change into something dry to come home in. Since also, when these tracksuits are wet, it's much lighter to carry in a backpack, considering that I said earlier, when using the deep end while swimming my tracksuit on, it's actually much lighter. Normally, I do not swim in the deep end without a pool noodle, which is something that works like a flotation device, just to be really safe, since that a few pools do not recommend any tracksuits due to safety issues and the public liability of me. And the pools I've been going to, where I'm known to be swimming my tracksuit on, are known to the lifeguard and the management that I can actually swim well still with my tracksuit on. So I think it's just time to go back to the couch to finish off this video from Aspie with Attitude, which I talked about what I love wearing while I go for a swim. Finally, back to the couch. Almost at the end of this video content, I want to make this video content to explain how swimming my tracksuits on means so much to me, especially when I go out to do my aquatic exercise routines. So basically, I'm just staying in a shallow end, just using these. So I only got 1 out of the 2, and the object of this video was to explain why I want to swim with my tracksuit on and how it's a sensory delight when I ever get to do it, since there's not many pools are going to let me swim my tracksuit on. And before I finish this video content, I just wish to make my final shout-outs going to Autism Swim, and I like Autism Swim to see what they think, to understand what I really like doing. Since that going for a swim with my tracksuit on is a fact of my life, living on the autism spectrum, and this is just the way my brain and my body is wired up. And if you really like the videos, please subscribe to Aspie with Attitude. That's all I ever ask for in terms of support. And please ring this notification bell if you want to keep up to date with Aspie with Attitude. And please also do not forget to like and share this video content around. That way you're showing more support for this video upload. As much as I like to support Autism Swim, something that I should actually get into, the same way that I may be lucky to have some swim centres and some swimming pools that might support my special needs to be able to use the pool with my tracksuit on. And before I can do that, I'll put this away, and that's the reason I got my Pirates Lego. Well, pirates always go for a swim with their clothes on, of course. And the way this video ends, just like a dolphin. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I hope you actually understand this video content. Peace and respect, and see you next time. And I love being wet and happy. And please check out a full playlist of the Time for a Swim videos that I'll be putting up. See you next time.